9/11, the people that perpetrated 9/11 were not even fundamentalists at all, okay? At all. You guys make this connection all of the time. They were not. They were more secular than most. Oh, come on. Then you guys don't even know the history of the people, of the hijackers, of the majority of the hijackers. Okay.
How can you keep speaking, let alone hosting a show, and know so little? How can you know so little and keep on talking? The 9/11 hijackers weren't fundamentalists?
Not in the way that you're talking about the burqa. No way.
Well, I haven't
look at where they came from. This was more of a political act to commit terrorism. It wasn't out of religious belief. You should get to know your history of the people that attacked the Twin Towers. It's not babble at all.
What babble? You are trying to... I don't know where on earth you're coming from on this. No serious person can even keep on saying the nonsense you're coming out with.
Well, if you read the letters that they left, most Muslims wouldn't do that. Read the letters that they wrote. They wrote to their girlfriends. They didn't invoke religious law. I mean, learn something about Islam before you say somebody's talking babble, okay? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It strikes me that you're speaking from a position of unique ignorance. I don't know, first of all, why it is you keep on using this term Islamophobia to attack all people who are criticizing fundamentalism. It's a quite cheap way to try to avoid an argument. And then you try to claim that people who fly planes into Twin Towers and the Pentagon and so on and blow up people in my city for the crime of going on the subway are not fundamentalists. Just read the facts of their leaders.
Maybe fundamentalists in the fact that they wanted to create terror, but not necessarily out of religion. If you know the history of each one of those attackers, they're not. That's not true at all. That is very ignorant. Right, all right, let's go to Paris because we're running out of time. Let's go to Paris because we're... I'm sorry, Douglas.
Any of the major texts on this and you'll learn.
I've learned, I know probably more than you'll ever forget. Go ahead.
Well, it's a good... I wish you'd tried to show it.
Okay, Anne.
I wish you'd tried to show it.
Elizabeth, go ahead.
I wasn't saying much except that, of course, this is complete piffle because anybody who's learned about Al-Qaeda, who's listened to bin Laden tapes, and I have, who's read about the theory of Al-Qaeda, knows that it is a completely fundamentalist group based on extremist Salafism. So it is absolutely ridiculous and nonsensical. Right. Now, the French happen to know a great deal about Islamic fundamentalism because we've been the hinterland of the Algerian civil war for 20 years. And so we know about the Islamists who killed about 200,000 people in Algeria quietly without people talking too much about it. This is something that unfortunately we have experience with and we do not want to see it develop. And the idea that this is not driven by this small minority of extremists who have a completely totalitarian vision of Islam is ridiculous. I don't know where you're coming about, except that you probably think that it's better television to have us at each other's throats.
No, I don't think so. I mean, but that certainly is far more entertaining. I want to thank you both today for being on the program, Douglas Murray and Anne Elizabeth Moutet. And thanks to our viewers for watching us here on our